Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be comparing the Ram 1500 Tungsten versus the GMC Sierra 1500 Denali Ultimate. If you guys are new to the channel, my name is Jason and I do reviews on vehicles here in Canada. So if you love car reviews or comparisons like this, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to the channel. And also thank you to Milton Chrysler for allowing me to review the Tungsten and for Georgetown Chevy for allowing me to review the Denali Ultimate. If you guys do want to see individual full in-depth reviews of these vehicles, I'll link them up above and in the description down below, so be sure to check those out. So let's go ahead and get started with this comparison, and these are probably the most luxurious half-ton trucks that you can buy in Canada. And these are the flagship trims from Ram and GMC, built for buyers who want serious truck capability but also expect premium interiors, advanced tech, and everyday comfort. So let me go ahead and break down what I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So for both models, I'm going to be talking about just the overall models available with that particular truck. So for the Ram 1500 and the Sierra 1500s. Also the powertrains that are available with both of the trucks, the safety features, the engine specs, towing, the exterior design, interior quality, infotainment system, and of course the pricing between these trucks. Alright, so let's go ahead and start off with the different models that you can get with the Ram 1500s and the Sierra 1500s. So starting with the Ram 1500s, the Tungsten model sits at the very top of the 1500 lineup, other than of course if you want to go to the highest model, which is the RHO, but in terms of like the top luxurious model that you can get, it will be the Tungsten here. And once I show you the inside of both of these trucks, you are gonna see how much luxury details that both of these trucks have. And honestly, these don't even look like trucks from the inside because you would probably think it's some like high-end SUV. Now for the Denali Ultimate, this is the top trim in the Sierra 1500 lineup, which is positioned above the normal Denali model. So if you're looking to buy either of these trucks here in Canada, these are typically sold as crew cabs with shorter boxes and 4x4, which comes standard. So now let's move into talking about the engine specs, the towing, the fuel economy, all of that good stuff, because what you get standard versus optional between the two trucks, it does vary by a lot. So starting with the Tungsten here, the Tungsten is powered by the 3-liter high output twin turbo Hurricane engine, which produces 540 horsepower and 521 pound-foot of torque, and this is paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. And as for the other engine options available with the Tungsten, well, this is the only one that you do get with this. And towing wise, with the Hurricane engine, you can tow about 9,920 pounds. Let's move on to the fuel economy because it does vary slightly for both trucks. Now with the Tungsten, because you only have the Hurricane engine as just that option, you can't get any other with the Tungsten. Fuel economy in the city, you're looking at about 15.7 liters, and on the highway, it's about 11.5 liters. All right, let's move on to the Denali Ultimate here. So with the Denali Ultimate, typically this is paired with a 6.2 liter V8 engine, which produces 420 horsepower and 460 pound-foot of torque, which is paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. But here is where the Denali Ultimate kind of does better than the Tungsten, and that's because you do get two engine options, which is good because you can pick from either a V8, which comes standard like I mentioned, or you can get the available turbo diesel option. Now when it comes to the towing, you can tow about 8,900 pounds, but if you're looking at just the engine, this can handle up to about 13,000 pounds. Now with the Denali, with the standard engine that you get, the V8, obviously the fuel economy is going to be a tad bit higher. So you're looking at about 16 liters in the city and about 12.1 liters on the highway. Now the nice thing with the Denali Ultimate is that you have the Duramax option as well, which is going to give you better fuel economy. So I do like how with the Denali Ultimates, you do have the either V8 you can get or the Duramax, but with the Tungsten, you're just stuck with the Hurricane engine. But if you are going to be choosing, let's say the Duramax, then yes, it is going to be a bit of a difference, but I think having that extra engine option gives the Denali Ultimate a little bit of an edge over the Tungsten. Both trucks offer great towing features and tech, but with the Tungsten, I feel it rides a little bit better with its air suspension. All right, let's move on to the safety features that both of these trucks have. Now, since these are like the top of the model trims that you can get, you don't have to worry about safety features because you do get quite a few safety features with both of these trucks. But in terms of like the hands-free stuff, like hands-free driving, the Tungsten does have hands-free driving, but I feel like the Super Cruise outshines it. Now, that doesn't mean the Tungsten is out of the race here. Now, let's move on to the exterior designing of these trucks. From the outside, inside, these trucks have completely different personalities. With the Ram 1500 Tungsten, it has a clean upscale look, the subtle chrome body color accents, and a design that feels more like a luxury SUV than a traditional pickup truck. Also, the Tungsten comes with 22-inch wheels. Now, if you move over to the Denali Ultimate, this thing gets bold. You get a unique grille with the Vadar chrome accents, and it's the same for the Denali Ultimate. It also has 22-inch wheels and strong lighting signatures. It looks expensive and commanding, and if I was to pick one truck when it comes to the exterior designing, I think I would go with the Denali Ultimate just because of how unique the accents are. For example, like I was mentioning, the Vadar chrome trimming. All of this just looks so unique, and especially the way that this truck I filmed in this color, it just stands out a lot. But at the end of the day, it'll come down to your own personal preference. Some people will love the chrome, the tungsten look, but then there'll be people like me who love the Denali Ultimate. Now, coming to the back here, the Denali Ultimate actually comes standard with the multi-pro tailgate, whereas with the Tungsten, it's an option that you can add on. It does not come with the truck like standard. Now let's move to the interior of both of these trucks. Inside is where these trucks justify their price tags, I think. Now with the Tungsten here, the interior is arguably the most luxurious cabin in a half-ton segment. You get things like premium leather seating, heated, ventilated, and massaging front seats, real metal and high-end trim accents, excellent sound installation, and the seats in this truck are incredibly comfortable. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, both of these trucks do not feel like a pickup truck inside. It feels more like an upscale luxury sedan or an SUV. Now, as for the Denali Ultimate interior, this also delivers a premium experience. You get this full grain leather seating, open pore wood trimming, heated and ventilated seats, premium stitching and materials. And when it comes to the interior, I don't think you can go wrong at all. And even for myself, like how I chose the exterior of the Denali Ultimate, but for the interior, I don't know. Both of these trucks are very on point. Also, the Tungsten comes with 23 speakers, whereas the Denali Ultimate only comes with 12. Now let's move to the infotainment, because nowadays, let's face it, tech is a huge thing in vehicles, not just pickup trucks. So let's start with the Tungsten here. You do get this massive 14.4-inch touchscreen, which does have Alexa built in, wireless Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto, and a ton of different features. And again, this will come down to your personal preference if you like a vertical screen or a horizontal screen, because in the Denali Ultimate, you do get a more of a horizontal screen, which is your 13.4-inch touchscreen, and it has a lot of the same features as the Tungsten. But with the GMC interface, I feel like it's more structured, while the Tungsten's infotainment system feels a bit more customizable. All right, finally, let's get into the pricing of both of these trucks. So like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, these vehicles are in Canada, so all of the pricing will be in Canadian dollars. So just keep that in mind. Now let's talk price. The Tungsten starts from about $98,700 Canadian. Now in terms of the Denali Ultimate, this is a tad bit higher, which it starts from about $115,600 Canadian. All right, let's face it, both of these trucks are pretty expensive, but again, you're not just paying for a pickup truck. This comes into paying for that top tier luxury, the advanced safety tech, and just the overall look and feel of these trucks, because again, like I mentioned, this does not look or feel like a pickup truck. It's more of like a luxury sedan or an SUV. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments down below, which one would you pick if you had the money, or if you just want to go out and buy a truck right now? Would it be the Tungsten or the Denali Ultimate? And also let me know in the comments if I should do more comparison reviews like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.